Hi, Aries. Welcome to your monthly reading for October 2025. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker. And I love doing monthly readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube, as well as some other fun content over on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into your reading. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so whatever comes up, comes up. Also, please do not try and force a reading to fit your personal situation or life. Not everything online is meant for you. It is, again, a general reading for the collective Aries zodiac signs. So it may just be a message for another Aries if it's not resonating for you. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Spiritual team, Threads of Fate Tarot or Oracle, what messages do you have for the Aries collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Aries collective at this time? Okay, what do we have? Surrender. Okay, so we got surrender. It's the first card. Excuse me. And at the bottom of the deck, we have get creative. Ooh, okay. So some of you guys could be having some creative blocks or just generally like not feeling inspired in any way. You don't have to necessarily be a creative individual. But maybe you're feeling uninspired with work or you're feeling uninspired with life in general. And Spirit is trying to show you potentially some new aspect or way of navigating things that could be the spark that you need to kind of reignite things and kind of get re-enthused with life, which is so interesting because right before I started, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I just don't feel very enthusiastic about doing this reading. And now it's coming out here in your cards. So I'm wondering if I was just picking up on your guys' energy. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot though and see what comes up. Spiritual team, Disney Villains Tarot, what messages do you have for the Aries collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Aries collective at this time? Okay, let's see what we got. All right, top of the deck, we have Queen of Wands. We have the Moon. What else? We have Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, Three of Cups. We have the High Priestess in reverse. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Seven of Cups. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys may have like creative blockages for sure. Like some of you guys have been working on a project or um some sort of, I don't know, could be a work thing, could be a personal project, okay? But this Knight of Cups in reverse, it just feels like things aren't flowing the way that they used to, or they're not satisfying you emotionally the way that they used to. And Spirit's recognizing that like you are an incredibly creative, passionate, like I would even dare say magical person. Aries, like you just have this charisma to you, and I think it comes through in your art. And I think lately some of you guys may not have been as excited to like go to work or work on this thing. Some of you guys may feel a disconnect from your work here with this High Priestess in reverse. I feel like, I don't know, something about fun. It doesn't feel fun anymore, or you are looking for, I don't know, like I feel it feels like the feeling that you get from doing whatever this is, you're now seeking it elsewhere. Like instead now you're more interested in like hanging out with your friends or watching TV, or like there are other things that are taking up your time and like bringing you joy, whereas this thing used to bring you joy. And I think a lot of you guys are recognizing, you're like, oh, like I've gotten into a rut and I'm not really enthusiastic about whatever it is that I'm doing anymore, and like am almost considering like potentially just abandoning this project or abandoning this thing altogether. But I think Spirit is saying, wait a minute. Let's really, let's get a little crazy this month. Let's get a little wild. Let's take a look at maybe some things that you don't normally look at or do in relation to this project or this type of creative outlet that you have. Let's shake things up a little bit with this Knight of Wands, is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Let's shake it up a little bit. Because right now, what I'm getting with the Seven of Cups is you guys have a lot either going on in your mind or like in life in general right now. So it feels like maybe you're juggling a lot, or you have other priorities that are taking precedent, and like you just come to find this project or this particular thing to be more of a chore than something that you enjoy now. Yeah. What else? In fact, some of you guys may need to take a little bit of a break with this Eight of Cups. Some of you guys might need to take a little break and walk away from this to get inspired through other things. There could be a million other ways of doing this or approaching this, and maybe that inspiration will hit you as you take a break. Some of you guys, I just heard, need to take a vacation, like to another continent, another country, another place, if you're able to, obviously. But I feel like some of you guys may feel or get a new spark of inspiration just by changing up your scenery or interacting with different people or different environments, things like that. But some of you guys do potentially need a bit of a break from this in order to come back to it. I'm not saying abandon it completely, but in order to come back to it with a new perspective. Okay, with this Page of Cups here, with this a new spark. Okay, some of you could also be looking into collaborations, collaborating with different people with this Three of Cups is what I just heard as well. Some of you guys could be looking to add people to this project or add different perspectives or get a different opinion, to kind of help reinvigorate that spark as well. I think that could be very helpful as long as it's with people that you trust. Obviously with your artistic vision, or with, you know, your if this is something that's being kept under wraps, maybe you appreciate a very specific person's like feedback or whatever, and you just kind of need a second eye or a third set of eyes on something, because I feel like you guys have definitely lost maybe the vision, excuse me, of what this project was supposed to be, and maybe you've gotten off track completely, or you're not sure where you were taking it in the beginning, or maybe you're changing your mind. And so I think for some of you, like, getting additional opinions might be beneficial, but for some of you, it could be just taking a break, walking away, and taking a little vacation. Do something else for a little bit. Come back to it when you feel that joy, or when you feel like you've kind of worked through whatever this Seven of Cups is, whatever this like inner turmoil or outer turmoil, in terms of just like too much going on, too much on your plate, essentially. But Aries, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. I am going to go ahead and close out your reading with a couple of oracle decks, but before I do, I just want to let you know that I do offer a bonus reading here on YouTube for the top 3 zodiac signs that engage the most with these readings at the top of the month. So if you enjoyed the reading, or if you just want a reading that is going to potentially hit a different topic that you were hoping to get answered today, excuse me one second. Sorry, I've been getting over a cold, so I'm a little sneezy still. But as I was saying, if you guys want a longer reading that includes a love reading and another general reading, please engage with this video in some way, like, comment, whatever. That way I know to include you guys in the running for that. And also, if you guys just want a personal reading with me, I do offer those. You do need to DM me either on Instagram or TikTok. My handles are below in the description box. Until I get my website set up, that is the best way to get in touch with me and schedule a reading. I will never reach out to you, so please do not get scammed out here on the internet. You will always have to DM me first. I never DM anybody to schedule readings or offer a reading to somebody. Okay, let's go ahead and close out your reading and see what comes up for you guys. Spiritual Team, Numerology Manifestation Oracle, what final messages do you have for the Aries Collective at this time? What additional messages do you have for the Aries Collective at this time? Let's see. Excuse me. Oof. All right, we have New Moon in Aries, and it says go for it. Okay, interesting. Excuse me. Yeah, so I think a lot of you guys are recognizing that something needs to change, something needs to be shaken up, something needs you need to take a break potentially from something, okay? So spirit is saying like, hey, like listen to what your body is saying, listen to what your intuition is saying, and just go with what feels right to you in the moment, hence the surrender card here. Okay. So you guys do need to change things up a little bit. So if that means taking a vacation, take a vacation. If that means getting a second or third set of eyes on something, ask for people's opinions. Okay, this is not a get out of jail free card, meaning you can abandon this project altogether and move on to something else and forget about it. But it's saying, like, hey, if you are feeling frustrated or unenthusiastic about something, it is okay to take a break. It is okay to step away or get a second opinion on something or add other people to this project in order to get it where you want it to be and to help you work through it. Okay. Next, we have New Moon in Cancer. It says relax. And that's for those of you who feel like you need to take a break. For sure. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys feel really stressed and overwhelmed, especially with the Seven of Cups card. Feels like there's a lot of other things potentially on your plate right now that has your attention or your mind kind of all over the place and really scattered. So this is a really good time, like I said, to take a break and to recenter yourselves and then come back to this when you feel mentally ready to do so. And at the bottom of the deck, we have New Moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. Okay, I like that. So I see positive outcomes to the situation. I think right now it's just a little bit of a obstacle, but it can definitely be worked around. Just listen again to your intuition, your gut, and your body, and listen to what it's trying to tell you that it needs right now. All right, spiritual team, daily crystal inspiration. What final messages do you have for the Aries collective at this time? What final messages do you have for the Aries collective at this time? Excuse me. All right, we have Bloodstone. Get up and get moving. Oh my goodness. I'm going to blow my nose just 1 second, Aries. All right, sorry about that. I just could not keep sniffling like that. All right, let's see. We have next is Rose Quartz. Open up your heart. Okay. And this to me also talks about creativity as well, a little bit like opening up your heart. Um, some of you guys could feel really frustrated or feel like, again, you're just not inspired. You're not, your heart isn't in it, your head isn't in it. And so, Spirit's like, in order to get back into the flow and making this work, you have to go inward and kind of heal and reset what's happening internally, because that is ultimately affecting what's going on up here. It's affecting your creativity and not allowing you to move forward and flow the way that you need to. Okay, we have Lepidolite. Recall your dreams. Some of you guys could be getting really vivid dreams around this time as well, kind of giving you messages, telling you, just giving you hints or like suggestions on like what you possibly could be doing, or showing you things that maybe you'd missed, okay, internally, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Could be things that you've missed, blockages, things that are kind of keeping you stuck. And then also for recalling your dreams, like recalling why it is that you started this project in the first place is really important whenever I see this card. So going back to that initial feeling, like why did you set out on this project in the first place? Okay, what's the purpose of it? And then finally at the bottom of the deck we have Iolite, shift your money mindset. Interesting. So some of you guys could be worried about finances right now, especially if you work in like a creative field. Finances can be up and down sometimes when you work in a space like that or an industry like that. So some of you guys could be stressed out about money right now, figuring out about like how you're going to pay the bills and like other things. Maybe there's big bills that have come up recently that you're struggling with or figuring out at the moment. And so this project probably just feels like more of a chore when it first started out as something that was like a dream, a goal, something that you wanted to achieve that was going to bring you financial freedom, and maybe it's taking a lot longer, things like that. So there could be a lot of stress surrounded, like I said, other things outside of this project that are putting pressure on you in a lot of ways, putting pressure on your mind and your heart, and which is ultimately creating creative blockages. All right, Aries, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and maybe share this with another Aries if you feel like it would resonate for them. If you want to see more content from me, like I said, I am on Instagram and TikTok. You can find my handles below in the description box, and you can DM me there to schedule a personal reading. As always, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you and the support that you guys give me every month. I really do. I hope to see you guys at the next reading, but until then, please take care of yourselves, okay?